Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. When Lord Krishna, he came as a fish incarnation, he was called as which avatar? Matsya avatar. When he came as a tortoise, Kurma avatar. When he came as a boar, Varaha avatar. When he came as half man, half lion, Narsingha avatar. And similarly, when Lord Krishna comes down in the avatar of a book, Grantha avatar, he is called as Srimad Bhagavatam. And when he comes down as Nama avatar, that is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Very nicely it is described that in the dynasty of the Pandavas, many tragedies took place. And there's one tragedy that is very nicely described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Who was the grandson of the Pandavas? Parikshit Maharaj. Yes. Arjun's son was Abhimanyu, and Abhimanyu's son was Parikshit. So it is described Parikshit Maharaj was such a great king, such a very great king, that everyone would love him in the entire kingdom. And his entire kingdom was the entire world. Everyone would love him. Such a dharmic king he was. And he never did anything adharmic, anything sinful. And it is described that whatever he would do, that would be in line with Shastra, with scriptures. It is described that all of us, we have got this human form. This is called as yantra. In Bhagavad-gita, Krishna is saying, in 18th chapter, Shloka 61, Ishvara sarva bhutanam riddheshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudhani maya. Krishna is calling this body as yantra. And every yantra has got a manual. Yes. Every equipment has got a manual. And this equipment or this machine has also got a manual, and that is called as Bhagavad-gita. And it is so nice to note, Arjuna received the knowledge of Gita on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. That was also such a tragic situation, you see. And on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, this wonderful knowledge of Gita is received. And whoever follows this manual, that person is called as a dharmic person. And Parikshit Maharaj would follow the Vedic scriptures very nicely. But then in his life, like everyone's life, there's a turn. Sometimes it's a right turn, left turn, or sometimes a U-turn. All of us, we go through some turns in our life. Parikshit also had some turn in his life. He was on an hunting expedition in the forest. For a long time he was in the forest, and suddenly he started feeling a lot of thirst. He was very thirsty. And then thinking that somewhere he'll get water, he was searching, and finally he finds a place that was a hut or a hermitage of a sage whose name was Shamik Rishi. So now Shamik Rishi was in deep meditation. Deep matlab actually deep. And he was not sleeping. Many times it so happens that we go for some yoga retreat, and the last asana is something that everyone loves. Yes, the last asana, Shavasana. Yes. And the best part is the yoga teacher, he tells, now relax. Even before he tells, everyone is relaxing. I'm not talking about such things. I'm talking about deep meditation. He was meditating on the Lord, His name, form, qualities, and pastimes. He was in deep samadhi. And for such people, what is happening around is very difficult to understand. So he was in deep meditation. And at that time, Parikshit Maharaj, he enters that place. Now, unfortunately, Parikshit Maharaj is not able to speak. Itna pyas laga hai unhe. So much of thirst, he's not able to speak. And another unfortunate situation was the sadhu is sitting in deep meditation. Now Parikshit Maharaj is thirsty, he's not able to speak. The host is not able to understand that someone has come as a guest. Now in that situation, Parikshit Maharaj, who would never get in a situation which is adharmic, somehow now he got into a situation where he was angry on a great sadhu called Shamik Rishi. And see, when we are angry, we don't understand what we are doing in life. Everyone has experience? I don't think I need to explain it more. Yes. We don't understand what we are doing. And Parikshit Maharaj, such a great king, he was called as Raja Rishi. In all the Rajas, he was the Rishi. Rishi among the Rajas, you can imagine. Means wonderful qualities he had. Now he was so angry, he wanted to teach a lesson to this Samik Rishi. Because Maharaj was feeling, ye natak kar raha hai. He's not actually meditating, he's actually doing natak. He's doing drama that he's meditating. You know what he did? There was a dead snake lying outside the hut with maybe his arrow or something. He took that dead snake and he put it around the Shamik Rishi as a garland. And he left. पता नहीं परीक्षित महाराज को क्या मिला ये करने से. Are you all feeling like that? ये क्या है मतलब? This is exactly what happens when we are also angry and do something. Other people say, क्या मिला इसको ये करने से? इतना चिल्लम चिल्ली करके गया. Why? What did he get by doing all this? Yeah? Only a third person can understand what nonsense we have done. But Parikshit Maharaj was so great that when he started for his kingdom, on the way itself, he started feeling guilty. Oh, what nonsense I did. I shouldn't have done this. Such a great sadhu, and I put a dead snake around him. And he started cursing himself. He started saying, let the biggest of the biggest calamity come on me now. No problem, I'll accept. This is the mood. He was ready to take the punishment for himself. So this is on one side. Another side, what happened is, Shamik Rishi had a son. His name was Shringi. Shringi, he heard that the snake is put around your father's neck. And this is done by Parikshit, king. Now Shringi was a very, very powerful boy. He was like one of the boys sitting here. He was young, but very powerful. Because right from childhood, in the Vedic times, the kids were trained to recite Shastra, to sing various hymns, to recite various Vedic hymns. So as soon as the kids they start reciting the shlokas of the scripture, especially Bhagavatam, their purity increases, their strength increases, the internal strength. There's something called as ojas, energy, spiritual energy, that increases. And naturally, since the kids are innocent, that is the time when they can gain a lot of spiritual strength. But somehow, unfortunately, now in the current modern education, we don't have this part of education. Yes. A lot of time is spent in how to earn bread and butter, but unfortunately, not much time is spent in imbibing the spiritual strength within. But in fact, this can be done at home itself. If teachers are not doing in school, parents can do it at home. Now we can have such wonderful scriptures at home, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-gita, and we can recite every day some shlokas. And if the kid starts memorizing the shlokas, I can give you in writing, they'll be very dharmic in future. Many times parents ask this question, अभी तो घर पे है तो इसलिए पिटाई करके तो मैं ठीक करती हूँ इसे. I take care of my child. Sometimes I beat him nicely to get him on track. But when he'll go to hostel, I know what he's going to do. So how to control my boy even in the hostel? What is the answer? Can you control? No. Can you imagine the kid, say he's sitting in the pub and then parents ask him, Beta, kahan ho? Ma mandir mein baitha hu. Tell me how you want to verify now. Therefore, it is described that right from childhood, if kids are trained reciting the Vedic scriptures, reciting the mantras from the Vedic scriptures, naturally that purity comes within. Even if their friends pull, or they'll not be pulled towards nonsense. Anyways, here, Shringi was a very powerful boy. Why he was powerful? Because he had the purity. What he did is, as soon as he heard that what King Parikshit has done, such an insulting act, he immediately touched the waters. Now, Parikshit Maharaj was somewhere else, Shringi was playing somewhere else. He was playing, by the way, he was not reciting shlokas at that time. He was playing with his friends. He took water and he chanted mantra and cursed Parikshit. In next 7 days, you will die. Now, after doing this, now see, since he's a dharmic boy, he felt kuch to galat kar diya maine. Something wrong I've done. He immediately came running to the hut of Shamik Rishi and he was crying loudly. Now Shamik Rishi came out of his meditation and then he saw the snake around and Shamik Rishi just removed the snake and threw it. He didn't think about kisne kiya ye, kaun tha, threw it. It's okay. And then he asked Shringi, why are you crying, my dear child, like this? What happened? And now Shringi narrated the entire thing. That there was a king who came here, King Parikshit, and he insulted you like this. I couldn't bear that insult and I've cursed him that he'll die in 7 days. Now Shamik Rishi was really angry. And he started saying, what nonsense have you done? He's a Raja Rishi. Because of him, we are able to live peacefully, do our bhajan peacefully. Oh, what have you done? What have you done? This is the most atrocious act that a Brahmana can do on a Kshatriya. And immediately, without any delay, another student was sent by Shamik Rishi. Go and tell Parikshit that he's going to die in 7 days. Better he prepares himself. सोचिए, हमें आके और ऐसे कोई बोले, प्रभु जी 7 दिन में आप टपकने वाले हैं. Oh. Parikshit was already feeling guilty. I've done bad, I've done something bad. And then he was feeling that, okay, let the greatest of the greatest catastrophe happen in my life. No problem. I'm ready to bear it. And at that time, when he was feeling so guilty, the student comes there, Shamik Rishi student, and he says, oh, Maharaj Parikshit, no, it's very sad that I have to tell you that you have been cursed to die in 7 days. Now, for your information, Parikshit was very powerful spiritually. He could have counter-cursed. Now, say we were in Parikshit's place and we were very powerful spiritually. And someone came and told us that next in 7 days you're going to die. So-and-so person has cursed you. And say you have power to curse. Don't you think we'll curse? Oh, 7 days, huh? I curse you that you will die in 7 minutes. But you know what Parikshit did? Parikshit Maharaj, in that great tragedy of his life, in that great reversal of his life, he took that as the mercy of the Lord. अरे वाह, सोचिए. It's very easy to say, तो भगवान की कृपा है. जब सब कुछ अच्छा चल रहा है, 1 करोड़ की लॉटरी लगी है, तभी बोलना, ये तो भगवान की कृपा है, very nice. Just imagine when such reversals take place in our life, and still if someone can say, ये भगवान की कृपा है, it's the mercy of the Lord, then we can say this person is spiritual. Parikshit Maharaj, as soon as he heard that, he didn't curse. He didn't become sad or something. He just accepted it as the mercy of the Lord. And immediately, you know what he did? Immediately, he divided the kingdom amongst the stalwart kings around. And it is described that he left his home, even without clothes, just wearing the bare minimum ones on the body. He started to a place called Haridwar, on the banks of Ganga. Maharaj Parikshit, he goes there. And at that time, as soon as Maharaj Parikshit started from his house, on all the social media channels, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and what else? Yes? WhatsApp. Everywhere, this was the news that King Parikshit is cursed to die in 7 days. Everyone got to know. Everyone. Without any paid promotion. Everyone got to know. In fact, it is very wonderfully described. There was no need of all these different channels also. The sages and all these great personalities, they were so elevated that they were able to make out, just like that, with their spiritual strength, what is happening around. And immediately thousands of sages, they got to know, and all of them started walking towards the place where Parikshit was coming. And as soon as Parikshit Maharaj reached the place, you can imagine the beautiful place of Haridwar, on the banks of Ganga, Parikshit Maharaj sat. You can imagine almost like a stadium. And all the different sages, they came there. They all have assembled. Now Parikshit Maharaj has two important questions to ask to all the great sages. Two important questions for all of us. The first question of Parikshit Maharaj was that what should a person do in general in his life? What is his duty? Second question was, what is the duty of a dying man? These were the two questions. First, in general, what is the duty of a person who is living? Second, what is the duty of a person who is about to die? Don't you think these two are relevant questions? Okay, which question is more relevant? The second one is more? The first one, why living? After us, what time is it? Actually, it is said that second question is more important because we don't know when is that final exam going to come. It is described every moment. Every moment we are actually dying only. Say someone's birthday happens. What do we ask about his age? How do we ask? How? How? Old. How old are you? Every moment we're getting old. We say, I'm 3 years old. I'm 10 years old. Can you imagine? Every moment we're becoming old. And the best part is we don't know when is that last moment. Therefore, this question is such a very relevant question for all of us. What is the duty of a person who is about to die? And you know what? All that I have described till now is given in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. There are 12 cantos. First canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describes all this what I just described. Now these two questions, which I just spoke about, these two questions are answered in the next canto starting from 2 to 12. What is the duty of a person in general and what is the duty of a person who is about to die? Now, when Parikshit Maharaj was asking this question, so all the sages around, they were not understanding what should we answer now. But they all knew one thing very well, that this personality is going to surely attain the ultimate destination. Better we sit here, we'll not leave. We'll sit here and watch what's going to happen now. They all were sitting. No one is getting up. And in that assembly, for your information, they're all great personalities like Vasishtha, Narada, spiritual master of Vyasa. All of them, they were sitting. And Parikshit Maharaj is looking at all of them. Please tell me what I'm supposed to do. Please tell me. So at that time, when this question was asked, another great personality entered that arena. His name was Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva is the son of Vyasadeva. And you all know Vyasadeva? Vyasadeva, who wrote all the scriptures for us, he penned it down for all of us. We are very, very grateful to Vyasadeva. If today we have all these scriptures with us, Srimad Bhagavad-gita as a part of Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam, and all the other scriptures, the Puranas, Upanishads, it's all penned down by Vyasadeva. So he was present, and his son, Sukadeva Goswami, enters the arena. Now, Sukadeva Goswami, when he entered the arena, everyone around stood up. All the thousands of sages, they all stood up. Only two personalities didn't stand up. Who were they? Vyasadeva, yes, father, and Narada, yes. So his spiritual master, Vyasadeva's spiritual master is Narada. So they both were sitting, others stood up. They might be saying, "Arey, hamara hi beta hai." They were sitting. Now Sukadeva Goswami entered. Sukadeva Goswami sat there, and Parikshit Maharaj sat in front of Sukadeva Goswami. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, we had Krishna and we had Arjun, and there were thousands of people around. I should say crores, not thousands. And they're all watching what's happening in between. And similarly here, there are thousands of sages around, and all of them, they're seeing in between what is happening. And here we have Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. And again Parikshit Maharaj, he asked this question. He highlighted the second question. And he asked, a person who's about to die, what is that he's supposed to chant, hear, remember, worship, and what he's not supposed to do? This was the question that was asked. So this is the answer given by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi Shrotavyah Kirtitavyascha Smartavyash Chechata Bhayam. Very beautiful shloka. It says, Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi Shrotavyah Kirtitavyah Smartavyah. And then he says, Ichchata Bhayam. Those people who want to be blessed by Abhay, fearlessness, they're supposed to first Shrotavya, hear, Kirtavya, chant, Smartavya, remember, whom 4 names are given. Sarvatma, Bhagavan, Ishvaraha, Hari. Now all 4 names are talking about one person only. And that is Lord Shri Krishna. Sarvatma. Sarvatma means he is there in each and every person's body. He is there as Paramatma in everyone's heart. ऐसे हिंदी में कहते हैं ना कि भगवान कण कण में है. Yes. So in bhagavad-gita, Krishna is making it very clear. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishta. In each and everyone's heart. Sarvatma. Bhagavan. And especially here is mentioned to highlight something very special. And that is the beauty of Lord Shri Krishna. Lord Krishna is very, very beautiful. Females are called as beautiful, no? And males are called as handsome, yes. Females are called as beautiful because naturally in this world, on this material planet, if we compare the beauty of 2 genders, male and female, females are naturally more good looking. Therefore, they're called as beautiful. But all the beauty put together into, multiplied by many, 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 many lakhs of times, is the beauty of Lord Shri Krishna. Therefore, is called as beautiful. It is described that anyone who takes darshan of the Lord, after that, whatever they see in this world beautiful, they feel it's ugly. Because they have seen the most beautiful personality in front. So Bhagavan, this word talks about beauty. So Sarvatma, Bhagavan, next word is Ishvaraha. Ishvaraha means controller. All of us try to control some things, no? Those people who cannot control anything, they keep a dog in the house to control. कोई तो मेरी बात सुने? Yes? वो भी नहीं सुनता. Sometimes parents feel कि मेरे बच्चे मेरा बात सुनेंगे. वो भी नहीं सुनते. ठीक. We had gone to some place and the father was telling to the kid, बेटा जाओ प्रभु जी के लिए 1 गिलास पानी ले आओ. The kid was saying, आप ले आइए, मैं क्यों ले आऊं? Oh, very nice. Ishvara. So Ishvara means controller. And in this world, all of us are acting as some of the other Ishvara. We try to control some of the other things. But the supreme Ishvara is Lord Himself, Lord Krishna Himself. Therefore, Lord Brahma is saying this. Please repeat after me. Ishvara Parama Krishna Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Very beautiful shloka. Lord Brahma is saying, Ishvara Parama Krishna, the Param Ishwar, the supreme controller of all the controllers, is here. And his name is Krishna. And that name is given here, Ishvara. And the fourth name that is used is Hari. There are two meanings of Hari. Anek arth, but dui mukhyatam. There are two meanings. Very important. First is Sarva Amangala Hare. Second, Prem Diya Hare Man. Sarva Amangala Hare. It is described that anyone who starts worshipping the Lord by chanting the holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All that dirt that is there in our heart, all that is removed. Naturally, all auspiciousness comes to the place. Therefore, at the start of the class, I was saying that the host of today's program, they're very fortunate. There's so many people coming to the place and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And having Krishna Katha in the house is very, very rare. Very rare. And when something like this takes place, naturally auspiciousness gets created in the place. So, as soon as we start worshipping the Lord, either by chanting the holy names or inviting the Lord in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, reading Srimad Bhagavatam every day, one shloka, the 18,000 shlokas. Yes. One shloka also if you read, naturally you will see all that amangala, inauspiciousness will be removed from our existence altogether. Kya kare? Janmo janmo se amangal bhara hua hai. A lot of kalmash, a lot of anarthas are there within. But as soon as we start reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting the holy names of the Lord, naturally we will see all these things manifesting. Therefore, the first meaning of Hari is Sarva Amangala Hare. All auspiciousness, Lord will kidnap and take away. Haran kar lenge. Second is Prem Diya Hare Man. And he'll create auspiciousness. He'll create that taste for bhakti in our heart, the Krishna Prem. And he'll capture our heart as well. Therefore, it is said that Bhagavan Krishna is a danger Bhagavan. Anyone who worships him, many things are taken away. Like suffering, unhappiness, all the inauspiciousness. He firstly kidnaps all that and takes it away. Second, he puts in so much of happiness in the heart, so much of happiness. The person is so satisfied in life. Now he does not want anything. Therefore, I always say, be very intelligent and take proper decisions in life when it comes to spiritual life. Because it's very, very important. Because the second question of Parikshit Maharaj makes a lot of sense for us. What is the duty of a person who is about to die? And this is the answer that is given by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. Such a person should chant. So should hear Shrotavya. Second, Kirtitavya should chant. And Smartavya should remember. Whom? He should remember this personality is called as Sarvatma. Second, Bhagavan. Third, Ishvara. Fourth, Hari. So a person should chant, hear and remember this great personality. And you know what? All the descriptions of whatever I said till now is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Everything is given. Elaborately discussed, elaborately described. Therefore it is said that there are many, many things which are very important in bhakti. But 5 things, they are the most important. Please repeat. Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtan, Bhagavat Shravan, Mathura Vasa Shri Murtera, Shraddhaya Sevan. These 5 are called as the most powerful spiritual elements, spiritual practices. First, Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha means association of devotees. Like today, all of us are fortunate to come together. Sadhu Sangha. Second, Nama Kirtan. Chanting the holy names of the Lord, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Mathura Vas, staying in a holy place. Shri Murtaya Shraddhaya Sevan, worshipping the Lord in his beautiful Archa Vigraha form. And finally, Bhagavat Shravan, to hear Granthrat Srimad Bhagavatam, the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, anyone who does this, it is described that such a person has to elevate on the platform of spiritual life. And most importantly, while living, the person is very blissful and satisfied. And when he's doing the last, or when he's attending the last exam of his life, what is the last exam? Final exam. Death is the final exam. Kids are thinking, "Arey, aur ek exam hai." Yes, everyone has to write this exam. And you know what? There's only one question in this exam. Only one question of 100 marks. And it's objective. Multiple options. Unfortunately, not 4 options. There are crores of options. And we choose one. And you know what is the question at the end? What do you remember now? This is the question. And the crores of options, the options which we have amassed throughout our life. And usme se there's only one correct option, which will take us to the ultimate destination. And that option is the name Krishna. But abhi wo final exam jab aata hai, agar preparation theek se nahi kiya hoga, we'll choose one of the crores of options and then we'll fail. And again, next life, happy birthday to you. Yes, with one candle. With one candle. Yes. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam, when we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, when we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, one thing is very clear. Without our notice, our consciousness is elevated on the spiritual platform. Without our notice. One of our Acharya called Sanatan Goswami, he glorifies Srimad Bhagavatam. Please repeat. Sarva Shastrabdhi Piyusha Sarva Vedaika Satphala Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadhya Sarva Lokaika Drikprada Sarva Shastrabdhi Piyusha. Everyone knows Samudra Manthan? Sune Samudra Manthan? Samudra Manthan was done for what? Amrit, nectar. Yes. So now it is described, all the scriptures, Vedic scriptures are like Samudra. And when Manthan is done of Samudra, of scriptures, the Amrita comes out. And that Amrita is nothing but Srimad Bhagavatam. This is that Amrita. Second, Sarva Vedaika Satphala. All the scriptures, you can consider it as a huge tree. Nigama Kalpataru, huge tree. And there, the most ripened fruit, which is ready to be eaten. And that ripened fruit is nothing but Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadhya. All the Siddhantas of this world, all the truth of this world put together, the best thing is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. The second question is answered. 2 questions were asked by Parikshit, and second question, both are answered, especially the second question that makes a lot of sense in our life. And Sarva Lokaika Drikprada, in this world, when naturally we are blinded with so many things, Srimad Bhagavatam will show us the right path. It is like those street lights in the dark night. It will show us the right path. Please repeat. Sarva Bhagavata Prana Srimad Bhagavata Prabho Kali Dhvanto Ditaditya Shri Krishna Parivartita. Now it is said, Sarva Bhagavata Prana Srimad Bhagavatam Prabho. So what is the prana of all the Vaishnavas? And here very beautifully it is described. The life and breath of all the Vaishnavas is Srimad Bhagavatam. You know what? We have something in our house or not. Say the entire house is empty, but you have Srimad Bhagavatam. You will be considered as the most richest person on this planet. If you just have Srimad Bhagavatam in your house. All the great souls will consider you as the most richest person. Because you have Srimad Bhagavatam, you have Krishna. Therefore, it is described that life and breath, life and soul of all the Vaishnavas is Srimad Bhagavatam. And this Kali Yuga is filled with so many problems, so much of darkness. And the sun that is rising in this dark night of Kali Yuga is Srimad Bhagavatam, which is giving light and which is creating auspiciousness everywhere. So in this way, we have many, many wonderful verses which glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. But one thing is very clear, that Srimad Bhagavatam is such a wonderful scripture which is non-different from Krishna. Because when Krishna ascended back to Vaikuntha, at that time Srimad Bhagavatam descended, just to help all of us to make our way back home, back to Godhead, to Vaikuntha. Therefore, it is described, anyone in this world who gets an opportunity to receive Srimad Bhagavatam home and read Srimad Bhagavatam, they are considered to be most fortunate, because they are going to successfully answer the one question of the final exam. That is, what do you remember now? And if they say, I remember many things from Srimad Bhagavatam, they're making their way back home, back to Godhead. And Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with a lot of pastimes of the Lord. Srimad Bhagavad-gita is the principles taught by Krishna. And all those principles in the form of case studies you will find in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with pastimes of Lord Krishna and all his different avatars. And along with that, all the great devotees, their descriptions are given. And just by reading about these great devotees, naturally we feel like even I should practice bhakti very nicely. And one such great devotee is Parikshit. We're discussing about him. Sukadeva Goswami is another great devotee. Yudhishthira Maharaj is another great devotee. Draupadi, Bhishma Dev, all these personalities, Kunti Maharani, all their descriptions are given in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto. Abhi sochiye, from 2nd canto to 12th canto, how much nectar will be there? How much nectar will be there in this Srimad Bhagavatam? Therefore, I always say that every single person should have Bhagavatam in their home, and every single person should take this opportunity to drink the nectar every single day from Srimad Bhagavatam to make their life successful. Srila Prabhupada, when he was translating Srimad Bhagavatam for all of us, so there was a point when Prabhupada felt, if I'm not wrong, he was in 3rd canto or 4th canto, he felt maybe I will not be able to live long. And 10th canto is a place where all the Leelas of Krishna are given. So Prabhupada felt, if I leave this world before that, then this world will be devoid of the glories of Lord Krishna. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada wrote the summary study of 10th canto, and that is called as Krishna book. And in Krishna book, all the pastimes of Lord Krishna are there, starting from Vrindavan, Kurukshetra, Dwarka, everything. There are total 90 pastimes of the Lord. 90. And Prabhupada said this in various of his classes. Anyone who reads few pages of Krishna book at night and sleeps, that time will not be too far when Lord Krishna will appear in the dream to bless. This is what Srila Prabhupada said. Therefore, in this way, Krishna book is another very, very important scripture, that every single devotee should read and understand. And I don't think I have to speak anything about Bhagavad-gita. That is a life manual for us. That's the preliminary study. Then we have Srimad Bhagavatam, which can enrich us, enliven us in our spiritual life. So with this, I would like to pause here. Thank you very much. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.